Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2025. I still cannot believe how fast this year flew by. Happy birthday to my Sagittariuses, by the way. My November Sagittariuses, my December Sagittariuses. Whenever your birthday is, happy birthday. I hope it is the best season for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump right on into your reading. Keep in mind, this is a general message, so whatever comes up, comes up. Also, please do not try and force a reading you see online to fit your personal life. If it's not resonating, it may just be a message for a different Sagittarius out there. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right. Spiritual team, Numinous Astro Deck, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? All right, what do we have? We have Jupiter. Okay, the planet of expansion. Jupiter is currently retrograde in the sign of Cancer. What else do we have? We have Libra. Okay. Maybe you guys have your Jupiter in Libra in your natal chart. What else? Ooh, we have Pisces. Jupiter is also your planetary ruler and Pisces planetary ruler, so there is definitely a strong connection between my Sagittariuses and the planet Jupiter. At the bottom of the deck, we also have Uranus, the planet of unexpected events, breakthroughs, lightning, technology, being innovative, all that good stuff. So honestly, this feels really good to me. It may feel a little chaotic for you guys this month, which honestly, the astrology for the month of December is a little chaotic. So that tracks. But for you guys in particular, because we have so many things happening in the sign of Sagittarius, we have Venus in Sagittarius, we have the Sun in Sagittarius for the first half of the month. We have Mercury that is going to be done retrograding at the end of November and coming out of the sign of Scorpio back into Sagittarius this month. So there's a lot going on in your sign. So there could be a lot of positive things happening for you guys, but at the same time, it may feel a little chaotic, a little unexpected. I don't know why I heard the word crash out. Try not to crash out, but this month may make you guys feel like you want to crash out. Let's get into the tarot and see what messages come up for you guys. Here we go. Spiritual team, Divine Feminine Tarot, what messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? All right, what do we have for the Sagittariuses? What do we have? We have Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, Judgment in reverse. What else? Four of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords. What are you guys stressed about? There's a lot going on. I think financially for you guys this month, what's at the bottom of the deck? We have the Eight of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse, King of Wands in reverse. What the heck? What the helly? Every single card is reversed except for the Nine of Swords, which I would prefer if it was in the reverse. There's a lot going on here. When it comes to like finances for you guys, really be careful about spending, and not just spending an excessive amount of money, but just spending your money on things that don't make sense for you right now. Does that make sense? Like, spend wisely, spend it on necessities. If you are going to spend on something that isn't necessarily a necessity, maybe it is something that is more of a luxury, really figure out if this is something that you are going to use regularly and really improve your life in any way before you go investing in something that maybe you end up not using a whole lot or ends up not being what you wanted or expected. Okay, so just be really, what's the word I'm looking for? Be really discerning about what you do with your finances right now. Yeah, I heard quality over quantity, but also some of you guys just may not be getting usefulness out of some things that you buy. Like, you're not getting what you paid for. You're not getting the return on the investment. I hope that makes sense. I tried to word it differently, but it wasn't working. So yeah, just be really, really careful about that, especially with the Six of Pentacles, with the Judgment and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Like, Yeah, it's screaming like, do you really need that thing? Do you really need that thing? Is it also just do your research? Like, there may be a different version of whatever it is you're trying to buy that's going to be better than the one that you want. And if you just do a little bit of research and really look at reviews and all of that, like you might find out like, oh, I was going to get this, but actually this is better. Maybe it's not name brand, but it actually functions better for what I need. Um, and that's really the biggest difference. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, just being really attentive, not rushing into making decisions with this Knight of Swords in reverse, like purchase decisions, even like something as big as like moving to a new home, so renting a new apartment, or yeah, just entering into a situation that may not be what you expected. Just be really careful about that, okay? Because we do have Mercury retrograde. The shadow period will trickle into the first couple of weeks of December, so there's still room for making mistakes, making errors, or making decisions that aren't necessarily in our best interest. So I would just really like take your time. Don't rush into making a decision whatsoever this month, especially for you guys. Really slow down, which may feel frustrating for you guys because I feel like things are already kind of slowed down for you with this Eight of Wands in reverse. So a lot of you guys are anxious to move on from this slower retrograde era that we had in November, especially with Mercury retrograde being in your sign for the first half of that retrograde. Like, I can understand you feeling like I just can't catch a break, or I can't seem to move on from the lessons I've been trying to learn, or the goals I've been trying to achieve may have been taking a lot longer. And I think Spirit is trying to say, just be patient, wait a little bit longer. Like, when I tell you the astrology of December is so funky, it is so funky. Like, honestly, I would, me personally, avoid doing anything that I don't have to do. Interacting with people, making major decisions. Like, I would wait until January. I would wait until the new year, because January and the first couple of months of 2026 are just a lot better, astrologically speaking. So I would just try and be patient. If you don't have to make a major decision, I would avoid it, especially in this month. That's a me thing. That's my recommendation, especially for you guys. But I do feel like you guys have done a lot of reflection recently, especially with this Three of Swords in reverse. I feel like there is, I don't know if you guys have been doing shadow work or something, but I feel like there has been some deep inner work that's been going on. I feel like you guys have started to unpack and process things that maybe you hadn't taken the time to do or really understood. And I feel like you guys are still in that process of unpacking and doing things. So there may be decisions or things that you do out of impulse with this Knight of Cups in reverse and King of Wands in reverse. It may be acting from like a place of ego or desire, like, that's what I want, this is what I want to do, and nobody can stop me. Like, I'm making this decision, blah blah blah, because I want to, not because anyone else is telling me I should. But I feel like, again, rushing into that decision could be coming from a place of anxiety, of fear, of lack, whatever it is. Again, take what resonates. It could be different for everybody, but I just feel like a lot of decisions could be made from a place of fear, pride, ego, pain, even. Like, sometimes I'm an emotional shopper, and this Knight of Cups in reverse makes me feel that kind of energy, like an emotional purchase decision, something that makes me feel better in the moment. Okay, it doesn't even have to be like, oh, I bought myself jewelry, or I went on a shopping spree and got a shit ton of clothes. Like, maybe I ordered way too much DoorDash this week. Guilty. Maybe I ordered way too much DoorDash and really overdid it because I had a sad girl day and I wanted some pizza. Okay. Something like that. So something that's like detrimental to your bank account, something that's maybe detrimental to your body, to your mental health, and you're doing it as a way to cope with things that are going on that maybe you're having trouble processing, and you're like, I'm going to treat myself And maybe that treat becomes something that ends up snowballing into something else, into a bigger problem. Okay, so just be really careful. Be really careful about being overindulgent this month for you guys, especially with Jupiter being in retrograde. It's definitely a time where we are more focused inward, working on ourselves right now than improving and expanding our external world. Okay, getting that promotion, moving into that bigger house, starting the family. Like, this is a time where we really sit with our emotions. Am I ready to be a parent? Am I really doing the work and doing better, making sure that I'm going to be doing better than my parents? Am I really ready for that promotion? Do I have my leadership style mapped out and understood? Why do I want this promotion? Does this validate me in some way that doesn't necessarily I don't necessarily need to be validated in? Can I validate myself in that way so I don't go into this position and mess it up in some way or establish something that's not healthy for me or for people I work with? Something along those lines. That's kind of what I'm getting right now. So just be aware, December may not be a very fast moving month or energy. It may feel like you're constantly going through challenges or lessons that open up wounds, that make you really sit and think and be present with yourself, be hyper aware of yourself, take a look in the mirror and be like, okay, you know what? Maybe I didn't quite understand this aspect of myself until right now because of the situation. There could be a lot of triggering moments, but ultimately, this is just a continuation of Mercury retrograde the entire month of December. That's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. It may feel, again, very chaotic. So just do your best to not let it get to you and not make you feel like you have to do something in order to progress in some way. Sometimes progress is more internal than external. All right, Sagittarius, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I'm keeping it short and sweet at the first half of the month. If you want a longer reading, I do bonus readings for the top 3 zodiac signs that engage the most with my content. So like, comment if this resonated for you, or if you simply just want an additional reading towards the middle of the month. Those bonus readings include a love reading and another general reading, so you kind of get a 2-for-1 special. If you are looking for something that maybe I didn't touch on in this reading and you just want something a lot more personal, I do offer one-on-one readings. You can reach out to me either on TikTok or Instagram. My handles are below in the description box. I don't have my website up and running yet, so those are the best places to get in touch with me. I will never DM you first. Okay, so please always reach out to me if you want to schedule something. I'm going to go ahead and close out your reading with an oracle deck, and that'll be it. All right, spiritual team, Winology Manifestation Oracle, what final messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What final messages do you have for the Sagittarius Collective at this time? What do we got? We have New Moon and Scorpio, go deeper. Yeah, and that's definitely that internal work that is happening and going to be a theme throughout this entire month that I was sensing. Next, we have the New Moon in Sagittarius, focus on the positives. Okay, so really trying to, and listen, easier said than done, right? Like, focus on the positive when things are chaotic and going not in the direction we thought that would. Like, I'm not one to promote toxic positivity, but sometimes we do need to like check ourselves when we're getting too hard on ourselves or feeling sorry about ourselves, or complaining too much, or really just getting into more of a pessimistic mindset, and really just check ourselves and be like, hey, stuff could be so much worse. Like, perspective, I think, is going to be really important to kind of keep us out of a potentially depressive or more pessimistic mindset this month. Okay. And finally, at the bottom of the deck, we have first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. And again, I think that goes along with the inner work, right? So really addressing, the why. Like, why do I feel the need to have this in my life? Whether that is a leadership position, a role, family, money, status, certain things. Okay, so this is really assessing like what drives those motivations, what drives those ambitions for you, and maybe taking a look at, maybe I don't need this after all. Maybe that doesn't validate me in the way that I want to be validated, so on and so forth. Again, it's going to be different for everyone. So again, if you resonated with this, please like and comment if you feel like you've already been going through this work. I would love to hear more about it. I've definitely been going through this work as a Scorpio, so I'm right there with you guys. And definitely subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future. Like I said, I'm going to be doing bonus readings for you guys. I may be doing a few additional readings as well throughout the month. So some really fun things to look forward to. And maybe share this with another Sagittarius if you feel like it would resonate for them. Like I said, if you want to schedule a personal reading with me, please DM me on TikTok or Instagram and only use the handles in my description box. If someone reaches out to you pretending to be me, it is likely a scam. I never reach out to anybody first, especially if I've never worked with them before. And follow me on those platforms in general. I do some really fun content over there that I don't always share here on YouTube. And as always, Sagittarius, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I really appreciate your support. I really hope to see you guys at the next reading. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Bye.